Yeah, sure. This fight I will take more risk to finish my opponents because I like it. Finish my opponents, And this fight, I think, honestly, from the first time when I'm take him down, I have chance to finish him because I saw his ground game. It's not so good. He have good strikings, long reach, long arm. He control the distance, always go back. But I see when I take him down, it's gonna be finish.
When I beat him, it is undeniable that I am great. I wanted to be a world champion. I wanted to prove I was one of the best in the world. And I have to do that by beating some of the best in the world. So for me, there's no fear.
Michael Morales is the backup fighter for Ian Garry versus Islam Makhachev. Why? I've always wondered this. I mean, we just had the White House. Biggest event of all time. Interim champion versus undisputed champion. There was no backup fighter. As a matter of fact, Arman Tsarukyan offered to be the backup fighter. Why is there a backup fighter for Garry and Islam?
Islam Makhachev issues a chilling warning to Ian Garry after the challenger vowed to score a brutal knockout, promising that once the fight hits the ground, the finish is inevitable. While Chael Sonnen has raised a major question ahead of Islam Makhachev versus Ian Garry, revealing the UFC's surprising backup fighter decision that nobody saw coming. However, in a recent interview, Islam Makhachev says he's now a natural welterweight, making this his smoothest and strongest training camp yet. With no difficult weight gain holding him back, he believes he'll be even more dangerous inside the octagon for Ian Garry.
Yeah, now I feel more comfortable, honestly. That the first camp so hard. I just tried to gain weight, do a lot of lifting program, but this camp I stay in the same weight. I'm not like go down. Now I'm like real welterweight, and this camp I think is more easy. But it's not. You cannot say this easy, but because we're not lifting much.
Islam Makhachev vowed to fight with a monster mindset at UFC 330, promising he'll take far more risks and relentlessly chase the finish instead of simply winning rounds. He warned Ian Garry that once he lands the first takedown, the Irish contender's ground game won't be enough to stop the inevitable submission.
Yeah, sure. This fight I will take more risk to finish my opponents because I like it. Finish my opponents, And this fight, I think, honestly, from the first time when I'm take him down, I have chance to finish him because I saw his ground game. It's not so good, He have good strikings, long reach, long arm. He control the distance, always go back. But I see when I take him down, it's gonna be finish.
By mocking Makhachev, Ian Garry didn't hold back, openly acknowledging Islam Makhachev's incredible legacy as a two-division champion, record-breaking lightweight king, and the UFC's unstoppable force. But instead of being intimidated, Garry declared that facing the most dominant fighter in the sport is exactly the challenge he wants. For Garry, defeating Islam isn't just about winning a title, it's about proving to the entire MMA world that he belongs at the very top.
I know how good Islam Makhachev is. I know how talented he is. He's 29-1 in the sport. He's a two-weight division champion. He's the most successful lightweight champion of all time and had the most lightweight defenses of all time. He is the current welterweight champion of the world. He came up a division and won the title. He is tied for the longest consecutive active win streak in UFC history. And if he wins his next fight against me, he will break the record for the longest consecutive wins. And that's the man I get to fight to prove that I'm the best in the world.
Furthermore, Ian Garry then sent a fearless warning straight to Islam Makhachev, insisting that beating the reigning champion would erase every doubt about his greatness. He made it clear that true legends are built by defeating the very best, not avoiding them. With zero fear in his voice, Garry promised he's coming to take Islam's throne and shock the entire UFC world.
When I beat him, it is undeniable that I am great. I wanted to be a world champion. I wanted to prove I was one of the best in the world. And I have to do that by beating some of the best in the world. So for me, there's no fear.
Islam Makhachev blasted Ian Garry's trash talk, saying the Irish contender spends more time giving interviews than sharpening his skills in the gym. He mocked Garry for sounding scripted, claiming someone else is feeding him lines instead of speaking from the heart. Islam also warned that Garry's bad guy act won't matter once the octagon door closes.
Bro, I saw his couple interview. Honestly, he looks very bad in this interview. Better for him training more and do less interview, you know. It's look like somebody in the house control him and tell him what to say in the interview, you know. He look very bad in the interview, honestly.
Yeah. Do you think when fight week comes at the press conference, things like that, is he going to try to get under your skin?
Man, he tried to, in the fight week, he always tried to be like bad guy, you know, but he act like he bad guy.
As a backup fighter, Michael Morales didn't hide his emotions, calling a showdown with Islam Makhachev the fight he's always dreamed of. He admitted facing the dominant champion would be terrifying, but insisted he'd embrace the challenge without hesitation. For Morales, fear isn't a reason to back down. It's exactly what makes defeating Islam the ultimate dream. He said, "If I get the chance to fight Islam, I would be very happy. It would be a dream come true for me. Of course, I would be afraid. We all know how terrifying a fighter Islam is." However, Islam Makhachev made it clear that Michael Morales hasn't earned a title shot by waiting on the sidelines, insisting real contenders must keep fighting to prove they belong. He urged Morales to face dangerous names like Carlos Pereira or Shavkat Rakhmonov, warning that the welterweight division is stacked and only the toughest will earn a shot at his belt.
Michael Morales is weighing in as the backup apparently for this fight. Do you think he should have just fought on this card and kind of proved he should be the next guy? I feel if you're going to weigh in, you should have just fought.
Yeah, he have to fight, bro. When he fought last time, I think
Same card as you.
Wow. And he waiting for the title fight or what? Too much.
Seems like it.
Too much contenders, you know. I think he have to fight against Prates or I don't know, maybe like Shavkat. I don't know when he's come back. And too much contenders. We have to know who is the number one contender.
Islam Makhachev warned that the welterweight division is overflowing with dangerous contenders, saying every challenger must earn their shot through brutal fights. He pointed to Michael Morales, Carlos Prates, and Shavkat Rakhmonov as elite threats, insisting only the last man standing deserves a chance to challenge for his championship.
Yeah, he also close to be one of the contender, you know, because also he can fight with Morales or Prates and to be one of them. Or I don't know when Shavkat is come back. I told too many contenders in welterweight. I really believe now welterweight is the more excited division, more tough guy we have in welterweight.
Shifting to UFC. 330 Chael Sonnen has sparked a heated debate after questioning why the UFC suddenly assigned Michael Morales as the official backup for Islam Makhachev versus Ian Garry, despite skipping backup fighters for even bigger championship events. While admitting he likes the concept, Chael couldn't understand the inconsistency, calling the UFC's decision both surprising and puzzling. According to him, this unexpected move has fans wondering if the promotion knows something everyone else doesn't.
Michael Morales is the backup fighter for Ian Garry versus Islam Makhachev. Why? I've always wondered this. I mean, we just had the White House. Biggest event of all time. Interim champion versus undisputed champion. There was no backup fighter. As a matter of fact, Arman Sarukian offered to be the backup fighter. Why is there a backup fighter for Garry and Islam?
However, Chael Sonnen revealed that Michael Morales isn't treating the backup role like a backup plan. He's treating it like his ticket to UFC gold. Chael explained that Morales is willing to wait for the winner if nothing goes wrong, but if Islam Makhachev or Ian Garry can't compete, he's ready to step in without hesitation. Sonnen praised the mindset, saying it gives the welterweight title picture the feel of a true tournament with the next challenger already locked in.
I like Morales in the backup role. Morales allegedly was told that his next fight would be for the belt. Allegedly. Now, why do I say that? It was at Madison Square Garden, and there was somebody that claimed to have read Dana White's lips. Now, they had a video of it. I watched it. I did not come to the conclusion that that is what Dana said, but I'm just sharing with you. It was a very big deal because if it was said, it will be. There is nothing culturally at the UFC that trumps do-say policy. They do what they say. And maybe it was said. I mean, maybe it was said because it doesn't mean the next title fight is yours. It means your next fight will be for the title. And that's what Morales is saying today. Now, he's not going back to Madison Square Garden and saying that Dana promised him this. I'm just sharing that it sounds like maybe he did. Only because Morales has said, look, I'm going to be the backup fighter. If one of these guys misses weight, if anything happens, I'm the guy that will go in. Otherwise, I will wait. I will take on the winner.
At last, Chael Sonnen made it clear that Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry are the last fighters he'd expect to pull out, insisting both men would make the walk no matter what. That's exactly why he questioned the UFC's decision to assign Michael Morales as a backup, saying this is one title.
There are some fights that you can just feel, hey, I don't know if that one's going to happen. Or maybe you know the guys. And you know, hey man, that guy signs contracts all the time and backs out. Like there are guys like that. But then there's other fights where you know, no, those guys will make the walk, whether they feel good or not. There is not a circumstance where Islam's not going to show up, including if he gets hurt. There's not a circumstance where Gary's not going to make that walk. This is one fight where we do not know. It's like gut reaction, my own feeling. It does not feel like we need a backup fighter, but we have one. And I am just curious. I genuinely, this is not take with a grain of salt. I am genuinely curious. If you have an idea, if you've observed something that I'm missing, tell me. I wish we always had a backup fighter. But more often than not, we don't. It's very rare that we have a backup fighter, as a matter of fact. I will use Whitehouse, for example. I will use Max versus Connor, for example. Massive, mega, record-setting. Not just live viewing audience. And there was no backup fighters, but now we've got Morales, who is not terribly known. He's not terribly known.
As Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry are heading toward a massive UFC showdown filled with confidence, threats, and championship pressure. While Garry promises to shock the world with his striking, Islam believes his grappling will create an unavoidable path to victory. Michael Morales enters the picture as the dangerous backup fighter, dreaming of a title shot while Islam demands he prove himself against elite contenders. Chael Sonnen questions the UFC's surprising decision, adding even more mystery and excitement to a stacked welterweight title battle. Will Islam Makhachev prove once again why he is considered one of the most dominant fighters in MMA history, or will Ian Garry pull off the impossible upset? With Michael Morales waiting in the shadows, the UFC welterweight division has never looked more dangerous. The road to UFC 330 is filled with pressure, predictions, and potential chaos inside the octagon. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button and share your thoughts on who wins Islam versus Ian. Don't forget to subscribe for more UFC news, fight breakdowns, and the biggest MMA stories.